Hey there, I'm Robert Dempsey with lifeofthefreelancer.com. Now, tell me if you can relate to any of these or if, they strike a chord. So, first is, do you have very different passions? Do you have many passions? So it's not just one thing that really sparks your interest and curiosity, but there's really a wide variety of things that you really are interested in and want to do, right? Do you accomplish a goal, say at a job? You take a job and you do it for about a year or two, but then you find yourself kind of getting bored and irritated, not so much with the job itself maybe, but just the situation. You've accomplished what you set out to accomplish, and now you're ready to move on to the next thing. Or do you actually pursue varying interests, and kind of people around you are wondering, is this person crazy? Why won't they just stick to one thing? Why do they seemingly keep changing their mind about what it is they're interested in? Well, if any of that is something that you can relate to, then I have a book that will probably help you realize that you are not a crazy person, that in fact you are okay and it's okay to have different passions. And that book is The Renaissance Soul. A little bit difficult to see on the Kindle there, so I'll just read the title. It's called The Renaissance Soul, Life Designed for People with Too Many Passions to Pick Just One. And this book is by Margaret Loewenstein. Hopefully I didn't butcher her name too bad. But either way, the point being is that in this book, it discusses, first of all, that it is okay to have different passions, and then how to design a life around those many passions. So let's say you're into like 10 or 15 different things. What Margaret says to do in the book is really narrow them down to 4. And she works you through a series of exercises to help you figure out, what those 4 things are that you really want to focus on, so that you're not going off on so many tangents and maybe feeling much like I did, where I would go down these roads and then nothing would come out of them. And it's just really frustrating. So then I just kind of move on to the next thing. So if you could relate to any of those items that I said before, getting bored at a job after a year or two, or maybe even less. I think I left one job after 9 months because I had achieved what I set out to do, and then I wanted to move on. So if you think you're going crazy because you have so many passions and you're trying to figure out, okay, well, what the heck do I do? Then The Renaissance Soul is absolutely for you, and I highly recommend it. It helped me realize that I am not crazy and how to start designing a life around all of my passions. So I'm Robert Dempsey at lifeofthefreelancer.com.